of your disc.
Oh, you found that?
I did find it, right?
Yeah, but I mean...
I knew I didn't throw it away.
No, I didn't think so.
All right.
Today's show is brought to you by Casper. Get $50 towards any mattress purchased by visiting Casper.com/biggest and using promo code BIGGEST. Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. I'm Matt. With me is Dick Masterson.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And Sean, our audio engineer. In studio is Randy, and all the way across the country, joining us remotely via Skype is Boisterous Coconut.
Hey.
Also known as the Stereos Coconuts. Everyone, what's your current Twitter handle, Stereos? Going for like America's Acquaintance or something like that?
That is me. I'm America's acquaintance. Hey, you know what, guys? Just real quick. Let's get the energy up. We usually start these shows with, listen to the voicemails, find out who won. But why don't we start with my problem?
Start with your problem? Before we
Unexpected guest!
What the hell?
That's right! Unexpected guest!
Asterios.
Studio.
Asterios, I am for real gonna execute you in about 10 minutes. First of all, sit at Sean's microphone. Sit at Sean's microphone. Okay, let me give some background on this.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
happening right now?
unexpected guests are
Because
the
I'm-
worst, aren't they? Yeah, what a terrible problem. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Turn off your Skype, because it's echoing. Turn off your Skype. And let me explain what happened, because I am for real going to kill you after this taping.
Yeah.
For the last 2 hours, all of us have been trying to set up our piece of crap computers, Maddox's netbook, my MacBook, Sean with his Pro Tools coffin that he brings in every time. We've been trying to set this up for 2 goddamn hours just to get a clear audio channel to have Asterios call in from across the country with Skype. We just finished. We just got it done, and this grinning fucking asshole burst through the door like a retarded Santa Claus carrying a bunch of equipment, saying, "Hey guys, all that time you just wasted, shove it up your ass because I'm a digital cyber demon. Fuck you."
Hey, it's not my fault that you guys have lives and I don't, okay? I can spend 2 hours in the car outside of Maddox's house. Actually, the only reason I burst in this early is that Maddox's crazy neighbors started yelling at me. So I was like, you know what? If they're gonna hear, I better fucking pull the trigger on this.
You motherfucker. And what dedication to sit through 2 hours of fucking
Oh my. Yeah, serious. This is. I am like A, pissed off, B, happy, but C, a little bit more pissed off than happy. Yeah,
Like
everything.
most of the women I know, I have
Oh
that
my
effect
gosh.
on people.
I'm pissed off because I was inconvenienced, and I'm even more pissed off in a way that I like being because I was had. Like, I don't register happiness. I only have not rage and rage. So this is like the rage has spilled over into a feeling that like consumes me in a lot.
When you say that's the feeling of busting your nut,
This is the feeling of busting a nut that we were trying to explain to women in the previous episode.
Well, since this is the weirdest fucking start to a show ever, happy 50th, everyone.
Happy 50th
Happy 50th. With unexpected guests, this Boisterous Coconut in studio. Sean, were you in on this?
Oh, yeah.
WikiHow?
Bodybuilding.com. So I went yeah. And then Even Sanity says, such a small country, who cares? So I think that debate is pretty much closed.
Great. A bunch of bros on bodybuildingforum.com. Bodybuilding.com, which, by the way, that same, there's a thread on there from like 2 years ago where two guys, in earnest, were debating the number of days in a week.
Oh, that's right. I've seen that.
It's one of my favorite things on the internet. It goes on for like 5 pages, and people are saying, well, no, the day starts on Sunday, the week starts on Sunday. And then so the guy's like, well, no, it's Monday to Sunday. I'm like, no, idiot, that's 6 days. And then they go back and forth, like counting out days like preschoolers on their hands for 5 pages.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to figure out, like, when to alternate between, like, legs and arms and shit. So someone's like, well, you do your legs every 3 days, Monday, Wednesday,
We
Friday.
don't have enough limbs to count the number of days.
Exactly.
Well, I got leg day, that's day number 1. Okay, that's day number 2. Cardio, that's day number 3. 3 days in a week, that's it, then you start over.
Okay, so according to those meatheads, I guess Armenians, Middle Eastern. What do I know? What the fuck do I know? I'm only Armenian.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be trusted, though. I mean, that's why your opinion on it is, I'm not saying because you're Armenian, I'm saying like you're too close to it.
Let's not look at me as the person in this room not to be trusted, okay? I'm the one who is not to keep a shot over here. Last episode, guys, wage gap truthers was the #1 problem of the week. Wage gap truthers clean the house, and that's a really good problem, I say. That's a good problem. Followed by Reaper Madness, everyone agrees, good job. And then, very not a problem.
If you are way too high, you are way too low. If you get too drunk, you fucking pass out and you don't bother anybody
And you're
anymore.
fine.
Yeah, exactly.
People fuck with you.
Yeah.
They draw dicks on your face, they put their dicks on their face, they put your dick on their face. It's hilarious.
If you draw a dick on a face without way too high, it's gonna be funny and then that guy's gonna get pissed off. He's gonna have 7 That's the guy. I love that guy.
Yeah.
You know what, serious, you drew a dick on the face of this show. You got it so good.
Fuck.
Oh my
You
god.
motherfucker.
I got a comment from Paul Medlicott. I think this was on YouTube. I'm not sure. He says, hey Maddox, do you save 23% on shampoo? Because I'm bald. Yes, I do, asshole.
Should you save 100%?
Oh, I still wash my head, dickhead. And I still have
Your eyebrows? You wash your thick Armenian eyebrows?
Yeah. I don't want my eyebrows stinking up the place. Then I got a comment from Lionel Gallo. He says, fastest dick versus dick ever.
Oh,
hey,
fuck off.
Let me go on more than 50 episodes with a or 49 if we're not counting on Sean deleted. Oh, come on. Let me go on for more than 50 episodes with a strong stand against taxes, and then open my weed decriminalization argument with we could be losing $10 billion in taxes.
I said income tax. Why does everyone jumped on me for saying there should be no taxes? All I said was the fucking income tax. There's thousands of different types of taxes, okay? Fuck off. I bet there is thousands of different types of taxes. There's tariffs on everything. There's tobacco tax. There's a big balls tax. You guys wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Good one.
One day I'll pay the big balls tax.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, to be fair to this argument, though, isn't the income tax
Because the value-added tax is a perfectly viable alternative to an income tax. That is a voluntary tax. When you go to buy something, you can make the decision or not if you're going to buy something. And it's not on food. So poor people, you're not punishing people for living, because it's not on food. It's only if you take a product, improve upon it, and then you're taxed upon the improved value of the product. If you're getting taxed on your income, you can't not pay that. It's a mandatory. You gotta give us some of that time, buddy. You can't say, you know what, I'm just gonna work and I'm gonna live in a cabin out in the woods, I'm gonna mind my own fucking business. The income tax doesn't let you do that. They own your life.
Don't most of our listeners pay so little in income taxes that they have no idea what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And if you I believe there's Jesus Christ!
Dick, another surprise. I'm kicking you off the show. Serious, welcome to the Happy 50th, fuckhead.
Happy 50th, guys.
Yeah, Dick, no, you make a good point. Vote for Rand Paul, I guess.
God damn it! God damn it!
I got a comment from Sean Michelson. He said, has anyone that has ever promoted the 77% pay argument ever cited a specific company that does this, excluding positions where you have to negotiate your own salary? Yeah, that's a good point, Sean. I was going to mention this in the video. I didn't have enough time, but where are all these companies paying women 77% to the dollar? Can we just boycott them? Can we just shut them down and say, hey, fuckheads, if this was really happening across the board, wouldn't there be one or two companies in the news for doing this? Wouldn't someone find out eventually? Wouldn't one of the many women who work in payroll departments look at the salaries of people and put it together and say, hey, guys, let's shut down this fucking country?
Yeah, they would have to, because it's every single fucking company. Every CEO makes like 100 times. Every male CEO makes like 100 times female CEOs.
Well, yeah, that's
Right there.
No.
Well, see, that's kind of an interesting thing. Like,
What do you mean?
the California state government, for example, you can look up what any California state employee makes.
Right.
You know, like, and because of that, because it's an open and transparent system, there is a lot less of a wage disparity.
Yeah.
Like, what us not knowing what each other makes allows for is for shifty Greek guys like me to make way more than my coworkers and kind of like not be called on it and have it be awesome.
Good.
And like, yeah, so you know, it's like when there's transparency, everybody benefits. When things are shrouded, I benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so do you probably. What is it?
Dick hole.
Dick.
Dick.
It's real easy to remember.
It doesn't matter. It's cast out of bag.
All right.
Of course I fucking benefit from that. That's why I like it. The closer the system is leveled towards people who are willing to fuck each other over, the better I do. I'm a 35-year-old psychopath and an engineer. The closer we get to total chaos, the more power I have. Yeah, it definitely behooves me.
One of the original problems, or I think the solution, was everybody asked that I've always agreed with.
Of course.
Because, like, the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. Like, there are so many studies about, for example, women in the educational field who don't try to negotiate up their first salary.
Yeah.
And as a result, they're behind the 8 ball forever. Because, like, after whatever your original negotiated salary is, after that, your raises, your annual raises or your biannual raises, they're always going to be like 7%. No one's ever going to be like, here's a 30% raise.
Of course not.
So it's like, you got to ask for a raise. That's what's up.
Well, you guys make a good point. I guess I'm gonna vote for Rand Paul.
You're such a fucking idiot. Hey, here I got. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just want one more thing, Dick, before we move on. You kind of glossed over this. You said male CEOs make more. How many CEOs are there in a company?
One.
Yeah. So no two CEOs are alike, are they? Because by
yes.
definition, they're working over different companies with different incomes and different values. Like, that's a real shit comparison. You can't compare CEO salary.
Oh, go ahead.
You compare like jobs to like jobs. So if you have a female supervisor on the sales floor versus a male supervisor on the sales floor, hey, you're a woman and you're in payroll. Why don't you check those salaries? Compare their education levels and their experience levels and the number of hours they work, and guess what? If the guy's making more, fucking report it, because you're in the power to do so. It doesn't fucking happen because it's not true. When you normalize for all those variables that I mentioned in the video, it's just fucking not true.
People don't leak an entire company's payroll data because it's super illegal. Like, that person would go to jail forever for exposing everybody's private data.
Oh, come on,
that's
that's
why
always
it
an
doesn't happen.
accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
back in my world now.
But here's an interesting thing about comparing. You can say it's apples to oranges, but women generally, for example, India had a huge problem with graft and corruption. So their solution to it was to put more women in charge, because women traditionally don't rip people off like men do. Like,
What?
Yes.
Hello? This is he. Yeah. Does it look like it was stolen? What's your address? I'll walk down there. Okay, great. I'll come down there now. Thank you. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Bye. enterprising thief. And you target probably the wealthiest person in the neighborhood. Hi, doggies. All right. What is going on with this thing?
That is exactly the case.
How many dinners have I bought?
The reason a female CEO probably makes a lot less than a male CEO, and look, if you want to say this gender stereotyping, so be it, is that like women have this kind of sense of shame that men we just don't have. Like I want as much money.
Here.
I want as much money as I can squeeze out of my boss, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I want as much as I can get. Like I don't know if that's the same for the fair sex.
Oh, you're lucky you're married. Oh, wait, are you publicly married?
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
a big enough celebrity to not admit that you're married?
I'm
or
married.
Okay.
Oh, right, yes, because all the fangirls are after me. Exactly, yeah.
You're lucky you're married if you think that women are not as cunning and duplicitous and greedy as men. You are fucking lucky, my friend.
Think you got some voicemail?
You know what? Yeah, I do, but you know what you didn't cover on that wage gap thing? I think I figured out what that final 7% is.
What?
Being on the red.
Okay. Here we go. Again, I try to make a really well thought out, cogent argument. I bring in statistics, and then Dick just, maybe they just have a period every month.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. I do have a comment from Eddie. He says, I found Maddox's Tinder bio.
Yeah.
You see this one?
No, let's
There
hear
it is. I'm a trend-setting egalitarian that enjoys Cara oranges, but who also... You too?
I love
I don't even
Cara
know what
oranges.
that is. What is it?
They're oranges that have been somehow cross-pollinated or crossbred with strawberries.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay. Yeah, they're delicious
That
oranges.
sounds really good. I don't know why you're telling to fuck off.
Yeah, they're only in season 2.
Sounds
so
delicious.
every time
Guys, he's
thank
so
you.
happy.
Howard, do you have any of those in the house right now? Can I have one?
I ate them all, but I think they're in season again, so we'll check the grocery store right after this.
But who also hates hipsters. I despise sapiosexuals, but I'm looking for someone who can challenge me mentally, which means you're gonna have to be pretty smart. Is that your Tinder bio?
No, it's not my actual Tinder bio, dickhead.
I don't know. This guy says he found it.
Yeah, great.
It does sound like you.
Why would... There's no...
All I'm saying. He knew about those oranges.
Yeah, he's just an ardent fan. What you can't blame him. I got another
What
comment.
if he's getting laid a shitload on that bio? What if he's getting laid more than you on Tinder because of that bio?
Because the one that he just made up,
The fake bio, you
the
mean?
fake bio,
Yes.
that would make me really mad because people sometimes imitate me and then maybe do a better job. I don't know. It fucking pisses me off if they figured out how to be a better me on Tinder and they get laid more. Oh man, I'm gonna jerk off out of anger.
That sounds like a fun contest.
Yeah.
Who can get laid the most
Angry?
asthmatics on
I
Tinder?
probably
Everybody's showing up to dates with an eye patch in your book, which you probably do. I don't know.
You know what?
but
We
you
should
don't.
do that. We should create Tinder accounts for everyone in the room, and they should all be pictures of me,
Right.
and we can test it out. Yeah, I'll write different bios and stuff.
I got some more
Piece of
voices.
shit.
Hey, this message is for Maddox. If I sound weird right now, I'm in the bathroom because my fucking girlfriend won't let me get any time away, so I'm trying to find stuff that's useful in life. So, anyway, I just wanted to say that in one of the episodes you had said, this is previous, you said that dogs can be considered a member of your family because they didn't contribute.
Yeah.
You listed reasons such as they couldn't drive you to the hospital,
Right.
and they couldn't massage you.
True.
Well, what about a paraplegic or a handicapped member?
Yeah,
So
what
just
about
because
that?
they can't contribute means they're not a member of your family, you fucking asshole. Alright, see ya.
Nice logical
So
statement.
funny. Now he's back to just hiding in the bathroom, by the way.
Yeah, while you're hiding in the bathroom, dickhead, did you ever stop to consider the possibility that maybe dogs aren't members of your family because when they die, you just buy a new one and you don't buy paraplegics or quadriplegics, dick fuck? You don't just go out and buy
You
people.
wouldn't want to buy a paraplegic or quadriplegic. You'd want to buy like someone with like working arms and legs.
Okay, Asterios, don't discriminate against. I would buy.
All I'm saying is if I had my choice,
All
I would
done?
pick the one
Is
with
it flaky?
working arms
Well,
and legs.
of course.
Oh, I haven't looked at it yet.
You're gonna choose among all of them. You're going to choose one who's going to
Alright.
give you a massage and drive you to the hospital.
Yes.
But with a dog, no, they can't drive you to the hospital. I've never seen a dog drive anyone to the hospital. Have you?
You don't replace dogs when you buy a new one. They
Yeah,
have
you
a
do.
new personality. It's
Oh.
a new pet. It is a new member of the family.
It's not a member of your family because when you die,
it
you
is.
put it in a shoebox and you throw it away. You put it in a dumpster.
That's
You don't do
exactly the same thing that you do with people.
No.
It's just a more expensive shoebox. Yes, it is.
is.
Yes, it is. They both go in a fucking incinerator because they're both a corpse.
No, they don't. Dogs, you just throw out. You put it literally in the kitchen. Garbage bag.
Okay.
I mean,
Fucking
you
matter this.
also-
You do not do
Fucking
that, Robert Durst.
Durst.
Oh, you can do way cooler things with dog corpses than human corpses. Like, taxidermy. You can have your dead dog, like, position dog cool,
Yeah.
your dead parakeet. Exactly. You can't do that with a human. You can call them up.
You can. Have you ever seen that Chinese museum that goes around?
Oh, right. All those Chinese slaves who honestly stole and turned into that museum. Yeah, great example, man.
You're talking about the plastic people, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
plastic
the bodies in
people.
motion, whatever.
They're
it
real.
was.
Yeah, the bodies.
Yeah, I know they're real. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
pretty
it
cool.
turns out that all those bodies were like stolen corpses of Chinese slaves.
Yeah.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But look, I'll still go. Whatever. I
They were
don't see
prisoners.
what
They
I'm
were
doing.
prisoners. That's what it was. They were
Yeah.
prisoners, convicted prisoners. Hey, put them to some good use. Why not?
Yeah,
What do
play
they want their
basketball.
bodies for?
That you don't buy people.
All right, I got a special segment for the 50th
Oh,
episode.
great.
Yeah. Because every episode throws this at me, and I never bring it in. Because I think to do this, it's a Maddox versus Maddox.
Oh,
I don't think it's funny to throw my friends' words back at them. I'm not that kind of guy.
Okay.
You know, I like shooting straight. Right? I'm a uniter, not a divider.
Oh, sure.
But everybody throws at me constantly, and I finally got one worth bringing in, not because of the content, but because of the theme song.
Consistency is difficult and so are math degrees. He makes love to his principles with randomosity. Everyone's in dig at work, fighting man to man. But self-defeat can be such a treat. No excuses for the one who can take the heat. Do some research on yourself before you speak to me. It's Maddox versus Maddox.
Pretty good. Yeah, Waterboy made that.
An
Okay,
asshole.
here's his part. I'm not going to read any of them. I'm just going to play. You know what? Only Waterboy's allowed to do this.
All right.
So anything he sends in, I'll
What has he
play.
got? Oh, I'm so tired of these fucking crybaby pieces of shit. They just want to make. They want to make money by finding him. They want to make money by selling it. They're a bunch of fucking hypocrite douchebags, and you're a hypocrite douchebag for supporting the shit industry.
I brought it in as a problem.
No, you
shit
brought
all
it.
over.
You brought it. Do you honestly think the NFL is a problem, Dick? Are you going to boycott the Super Bowl?
The no fun league is a problem. I think they can fix it. I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Hey, Maddox.
I'm glad you were able to call a Dick on his hypocrisy for enjoying the NFL despite its corruption and money-hungry mentality.
Okay,
I'm glad that someone was able to
I know
set
what
the
you're
example of perfection by boycotting corporations you disagree with. Like, for instance, when it comes to Sony.
Yep, Dick, I would love nothing more than for Sony to just go the fuck away and start being a normal company. If
Do you have a PS4?
Do I have a PS4?
Yeah.
No, but I'll probably get one. It's the lesser of two evils right now, and I love video games more than I hate some, so I have no choice.
Dick could learn from a man who is as consistent with his philosophies as you.
Yeah.
One should refrain from supporting the sports, greed, and red tape by supporting the video game industry's greed and red tape.
Yeah.
Especially with money. When you give a corporation money, logically they will go away. Oh wait, except that doesn't make sense, and you're the hypocrite.
You're
the hypocrite.
Shit.
You're the hypocrite, Star-Lord. What do you think about that?
Wow, good argument. Except for the part that it's not. I literally explained myself in that clip that he played. Look, serious, have you ever had a job you didn't like?
Yeah, every job I have.
Every job you have, you
Yeah.
didn't like.
Yeah.
John, have you ever had a job you didn't like?
You gotta get
Of
on the
course.
mic. Yeah.
Everyone's saying yes. And did you go to those jobs regardless, despite the fact that you hated that job?
Well, yeah, but I need money to pay my rent and to buy food and live. I don't need a PlayStation 4.
Right. Oh, it's
I
not
had a
about
blowjob I
necessity.
didn't like.
What? Okay, Dick. It's not about necessity, all right? This is about making a choice. You need to. It's not hypocrisy. I want to.
That's what makes you a hypocrite.
No, it's not. It's not like
It absolutely is.
I'm tired of your horse shit. I'm sitting in a room with you.
How is it any different than the NFL? How is Sony different than the NFL? If I'm a goofball and supporting the NFL, how are you not a goofball and supporting Sony?
Well, the NFL, if you like the NFL, hold on. I don't even remember when you said that. I don't think you were saying you didn't like the NFL. You said you liked the NFL. You think you can real fun with it. Well, certain aspects of the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, for example, a lot of times people say, because I sit on Apple so much, it's a little Microsoft isn't better. What's the deal with Microsoft? Of course Microsoft isn't better. I hate Microsoft too, but just because I hate Microsoft doesn't mean, just because I hate Apple doesn't mean I love Microsoft. Just because I shit on Bush, George W. Bush, doesn't mean I'm a flaming liberal who's going to vote for a Democratic president.
You're definitely a flaming. The lesser of two evils is Windows and Apple. You have to pick one.
No, you don't. You can pick Linux or you can not compute. But I'm not going to choose to not compute. Right. I don't know how to more clearly explain it. I don't like to drive, but I do sometimes. I minimize the amount of driving that I have. I choose the thing that minimizes my agony and maximizes my fun. Right now, it's 20.
All right. Well, I don't know Waterboy because of that.
Yeah. I saw that coming a mile away.
Should we get to some problems? We're already getting long.
Well, hold on. One more. I got one more. A couple quick comments. I have one from Barry Mezzapapa. He says, he quotes you. He says, Dick, how big are her cans? And Matt says, I'd say roughly as big as a 2-pound bag of sand. And then I got some fan art from Canon Manley. He says, since photo comments are not enabled on the site, although, Dick, we are now announcing a new feature for the website, fan art. You can upload your own fan art on the website. This should be available by the time you listen to this episode.
Yeah.
So, because we're getting a lot of fan art, I'm not even able to keep up with it. But he says, since photo comments are not enabled on the site, thought maybe you could pass this message along to Dick for me. Dick, you magnificent bastard. You know what makes a person look more of an asshole than being too high or passing out on beanbag chairs? Sporting those flowing locks of yours while drunkenly tossing oranges at bearded bros. Already episode 29, and here's a picture he sent in. Look at this picture. It's a picture of
Oh, that
Dick.
looks badass.
It's kind of funny, yeah.
I got my wild turkey there.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm more muscular than this.
No, that's false.
But I like the attempt. I like that my hair is flowing beautifully in the pose of action. I've got a bottle of wild turkey, more full than I've ever seen a bottle of wild turkey in my possession. And I'm going to pour it on that thing. All right. Well, we got two uninvited guests that are here at the home. Do we need someone to let you know who's staff over at Serious about my God? I really need you. Alright, so what you can say, my problem, one special guest. One special guest are good.
Across the country just to see you, and now your weekend has to get out of the table because you'll have free half-time time. What are you going to do? Where are you going to eat tonight? Well, he made the trip, so you got to eat whatever you want to eat tonight. So you get that done. And then I'm going to eat it. What are you going to do tonight? Well, we flew across the country to see you. So you're going to do what do you want to do? How's one mall cop the Cinerama Dome or an IMAX? I'll accept nothing less. I want Paul Blart to be as big as my love for Paul Blart is. Oh, where's he going to sleep? Well, he made the trip across the country. Maddox, can I crash here?
Yeah, you can.
So he's going to crash at some chump's couch, isn't he? Some total rube. He's going to crash on that guy. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's going to use your shower. Oh, yeah. He's going to pee in your shower. He's going to leave a smell in your mouth. He's going to puzzle over for months. It's one of these favorite monsters. He does a lot of late night crazy. He's going to use your angel from Harry Styles. I'll use the chemicals in his comfort class. They love the place so much they bought the factory.
We bought the factory.
We bought the factory. Okay, so has this hypothetical bunch of particularly excitable coconuts booked his return flight yet? No, he has not. Because when it comes to inconveniencing you, the purple surprise is casual. Unexpected guests also may even celebrate parts filled with realistic fun. You're going to be his unpaid Uber driver / bitch. Oh, I gotta go. You really have to. I can also ride with you. Finally, asking for ladies to the heading home. It will be completely coming. I mean, you only need all the damn amount. This episode is brought to you by Casper.com. Make sure to
Go to Casper.com/Vegas and use promo code Vegas to get $50 for the same matches. And how is this Casper matches, by the way? It is no good, like little matches I've ever slept on. Yeah, as soon as you ever know the buzzer, I will not let you sit on my Casper matches. What if I fall asleep in the seat of running the campaign? That's good. I wonder how it is, yeah. It's in corn. Stuck on my bed. Well over $59 for Casper matches is costing me $500. One size mattress, $750 for full size, $850 for queen size, and $950 for king size mattresses. The price alone is really walking the top. Yeah, I know about that. I feel so hard for being so impressed by how it is thing. Yeah, it feels comfortable, guys. I've been sleeping on it for a couple months now. I know I'm supposed to do it. I don't want to feel it. But, calm down. Oh, whoa, not down to yourself. That's my problem. They like magic, like this. Maybe that's what we had on here. I bought one because of the stuff. He thought we had it on the way. You picked it up. This free trial and return policy price it on Casper for 100 days with free delivery and made in America. So, return your payment free and so is your diet exclusive. You know what? That sounds good. I see that. I hated that was that guy. Listen, I went sleeping as soon as it was for real. It's like, hold on. I get knocked out so hard. I wake up, I get text messages, phone calls from family. Oh, terrible. You don't ignore a phone call. That was a phone call from my friend. Oh, I saw it. I saw it rumbling. My primary over here. You got a problem with it? That's my problem. That's good. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. We're going to have a great weekend, guys. We've been playing for 2 hours and just away. Imaginary football, motherfucker. Oh, my God. What do you guys think for everyone? You're wasting more time collectively setting up the joke than you My hat's off to you. That is one of the most spiteful things I've ever seen anyone do in my life. By far. Great. That is next level spiteful. That's like level 9,000 spite. That's incredible. I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah. We're already more than halfway through. I want to get into the problem. You want me to do this? All right. Yeah, you say something. Yeah. My problem is first time child expert. Or no time child expert. Did you remember from episode 9? Remember from episode 9? You're saying this every year. Yeah, I know. All that shit about children. You are one. I know.
What are you the guy that was like afraid babies would malfunction and break in your hands?
Yes. Yeah. And from that, I would love to see you explain to a child why he can't have a dog. Because they're replaceable. Because they can't massage you and drive you to the hospital, son. You don't explain yourself to a child. Great. You just set rules. Great start. Okay, just obey these rules for no reason and figure out how to be well developed later.
50 years later, he's a Nazi. What did you do? He was just following orders.
Yeah, like I said, or in your case, Dick, no time child expert. So from episode 9, Dick, you said, we were talking about shame shaming. I was talking about the dad who made his son hold a sign in traffic, like on the streets or something, because he was being a little shit. The dad or the kid? The kid. The kid was being a little shit. And then you said, that's crazy. That's just crazy parenting. And then you said, you're a horrible person if you do that. Yeah. And then you said, this is a direct quote, it's because you're a shitty parent, I'm neglecting them in some way. That's what you said. You gave parental advice having had zero experience raising a child. Yeah, because I'm fucking smart. That's why. And almost everybody, half of people, are fucking stupid. I do think I can raise their kids better than them with no experience. Yeah. Suck my cock. Okay. You think that, for sure. I agree that you think that. The end result is not going to be me forcing my kid to hold a sign out in the middle of the street saying, I have a small dick. That's where that parenting leads to.
Yeah. It's not like you have all the answers, Dick. You are a child expert. The first time, no time, child expert. Child experts. They're everywhere in public. They think they know what a baby is crying about at all times. Their expertly trained ears can tell the difference between the cry of a child who's hungry and the cry of a child who's tired. And by the way, if you're so tired, why do they have so much fucking energy to cry all the time? I never got that. Do you guys cry when you're tired? What the fuck are you talking about? Children, babies are either tired or hungry. It's a guess. It's a desperate guess from a desperate person who's been hearing crying for anywhere between 24 hours straight or 6 months straight. I've been hearing crying for how long is this episode? 39 minutes now. On that side of the room. They think you're such experts in child psychology. You, Dick, you think you're such an expert in child psychology.
Yeah,
Your own...
because it's the same as adult psychology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, your own life might be a total mess, which it is, and you're standing in line at McDonald's for dinner, so things can't be going that well for you. But you know what? Why don't you share some unsolicited life lessons with a parent in front of you? Feels like they could use a few pointers on raising kids who you've never met and know nothing about.
Who does that? This is an imaginary person that nobody is sitting in line at McDonald's watching a family freak out and go, excuse me, can I just offer some parental advice to you? Nobody does that. That is not a real thing. That is the most straw man of straw man arguments ever.
Well then, you're going to wish you didn't say that a second ago because I have some stats from the New York Times. This actually happens all the time. This is from the New York Times. This journalist wrote, she said, I told a stranger at the next table in a restaurant one time not to wake her child from a stroller nap because, quote, you should never wake a sleeping baby. It never goes well. She offered this unsolicited advice, and then she herself was offered unsolicited advice when she was putting groceries in her car. Her kids were screaming, and this woman came up to her, and she thought, oh, this nice lady's coming by. Give me a hand, put groceries in my car, because my children are screaming and unruly. Instead, the lady said, hey, you know, if you let your child cry long term, it's bad for them. And then walked away. Yeah, so she walked away instead of offering to help this woman. She gave her, hey, you know what she needs? Her hands are full, her children are crying. She needs some unsolicited advice. Let me walk over and give her some parental advice. That's you, Dick.
Can I ask a question? Are all of your stats on this episode anecdotes from broads writing for the New York Times? Like, did you consult Tumblr to get all these statistics? Here's what I wish I would have done today, but I didn't actually do. But my little collective would never question that, right?
I just want to say I totally believe this happened. I totally believe that there are women out there that have absolutely nothing better to do than like prove their superiority over other women who are having trouble with their kids.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm not the one selling T-shirts on how to be a parent. I'm holding in my hand, if your child, a shirt that you can you get this at maddox.xmission.com, this shirt that I'm holding at your fucking slip store or whatever it is?
You can, I believe it's
Squarespace.
$18.95 for the t-shirt. Yes, if your child doesn't look like this when you come, it was from
If your child doesn't look like this when you come home, and it's a child cowering in fear,
yes.
you have failed as a parent.
Right.
So this is not you telling people, this is you recruiting people to tell other people how to parent.
Wait,
so why don't you go
you
fuck
read
yourself about what I tell people?
Didn't you also write a book called Crappy Children's Art, where all you did was tell people how to make their children better? And how their art is so terrible and how you would be so great at it?
And you imply that your mentality is what created Mozart? Did you also do that?
No, you guys. No. Okay, yeah, I did say that. I did like it
your own
myself.
babies against humanics. We're both holding up your merchandise.
We literally don't have to get up to give this evidence. We're sitting down in your storeroom. We don't even have to. I have to turn around a tiny bit to find this shit.
Yeah, Dick, look, there are parents who definitely need to be told they're fucking up. Like, if you leave your kid in a parked car while you run to the store, you want to bring the kid with you, don't bring it with them, don't go to the fucking store. Look, this isn't about telling people how to raise their parents. The only time I care about parental rules is if it affects me, right? If your kid's sitting in if your kids are getting unvaccinated because you're making a choice as a parent, I'm not going to vaccinate my kid. Fuck you.
This is an easy fallback.
Yeah.
You know people are going to support the vaccination shit.
Because it's true. And by the way,
he also brought up a child baking to death in a car.
Yeah.
To defend his
All of a sudden,
dickhead. If you just leave your kid in a car, or if you decide not to vaccinate your kids, that affects me. And if you decide to let your kids draw crappy art and you reward them for it, it's going to create mediocre artwork.
That affects you somehow too.
Yes.
But here's the thing. The reason we don't call people on our anti-vax bullshit is because we don't want to be. What's your problem again?
First-time child experts.
We don't want to be first-time child experts. Like, I know people who don't vaccinate their kids.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I don't want to get in their face about it.
Why?
Because I don't want those kids covered on that. It's
So this is like family members.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Wow.
the kind of, you want to talk about lesser two evils. It's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, look, I could really sit down as a family member and be like, you are ruining this kid's future. You might hurt this kid. I know you believe this, but you're wrong. But then, like, I don't get to interact with that kid anymore.
And it's not going to work.
Yeah,
you
and
can't
also
convince people out of their beliefs.
Yeah.
And they just, because they're not scientists.
Yeah.
Like, people in this room are not qualified to say for sure whether or not vaccines work. Like, I trust it. At the end of the day, I just kind of have to trust it. And that's most people. Sitting someone down and talking them into having the same trust as you is just not going to work.
Yeah, some of these anti-vaxxers are actually starting to come around because
I know
their kids are getting really, really sick.
Yeah.
And there's this mom that was on the news recently. She was a huge anti-vaxxer, and she said, "Yeah, my kid got measles, and it was pretty serious. Almost died. I'm changing my mind about vaccinations. Getting all my kids vaccinated. These fucking morons, the chickens are coming home to roost now because their stupid policies, their stupid parental beliefs. Dick, that's not a parental decision.
That's a correct metaphor.
Oh.
It's a correct metaphor. I can't. Hey, let me ask you something. Has the thought ever crossed your mind as stereos to just vaccinate the kid?
Oh yeah, of course.
And not tell
One
them?
time I spent like
Have you
2
done that?
hours Googling, like, how do I secretly vaccinate? Like, is there a kit I can buy? And I was just like, nah, I can't. That's got to be some sort of super crime. Like injecting a serum into a kid that's not yours. Like, that is how we have Spider-Man, isn't it? Well, look, I haven't decided yet. I still might secretly vaccinate this kid. But back to Maddox's issue, it's like, see, that's kind of the spectrum of it. Like, on one hand, we don't want people annoying ladies trying to put groceries in their car. But if we don't annoy anybody, we have all these unvaccinated kids running around making vaccinated kids sick. It's like, what the fuck do you do?
Annoy everybody. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. You're trying to load groceries and, hey, lady, shut your kids up. Is that a problem? Do you feel bad that you got called out in the middle of a parking lot? No one fucking cares. Shut up. Shut your kids up. Get out of my fucking face.
Yeah, no, parents.
What side are any of us on at this point?
Yeah.
We're all just yelling.
Yeah.
I forget if I am for this or against this.
Hey,
do you
guys.
like this or hate? What are we talking about anymore?
The beer
I need
is a great
another beer. I need another beer until I know what side I'm arguing.
Now listen to this. If you choose not to vaccinate your kids, it's not a parenting choice. Like, here's where you draw the line about unsolicited parenting advice and unhelpful criticism. Because one is unhelpful criticism when the lady's putting her groceries away, and the other one is unsolicited parenting advice when you're telling them how to raise their child, right? So if your child is screaming and running around in a restaurant, it needs to be put down. There's some advice. All right, so why don't you take that advice and stick it up your ass? Also, I know parents think it's cute to have a learning moment by asking their kid what they want to eat in a restaurant, but hurry the fuck up, because the rest of us learn how to read in school, not by holding up an entire restaurant while your little monster decides between chicken nuggets or grilled cheese. And that's always what they choose. Also, here's some parenting advice. How about the kid eats what you give him, huh? When did choice become a thing that kids have? This isn't Nickelodeon, dickhead. It's a restaurant. Kids don't rule anything. And by the way...
Okay, is that the Nickelodeon
Yes,
slogan?
yeah, where kids rule.
Where kids rule.
That is where kids rule.
Pedophiles? Why do you know that?
Kids
Wait,
don't
you're
rule anything.
just making fun of Dick for giving
This
advice.
is all parenting advice.
This is not what it is.
This
You
is all
don't have any
parenting
kids.
advice.
You're a serious time parenting. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Are you guys? Are your headphones working? I literally just said you draw the line where it affects me. If I'm standing in a restaurant waiting for you to order because your little monster is sitting there having a learning moment with the menu, I get it. It's cute, dickhead. But save your Hallmark moment at home and sit down and read comic books and whatever the fuck you want with your kid, but not in a restaurant. Because guess what? It's busy. Commerce doesn't have to come to a fucking stop because your little shit can't decide between chicken nuggets, and he's just gonna order nuggets anyway. Order the fucking nuggets and move on.
Yeah, and Dick is the libertarian in this conversation. Yeah, Dick is, yeah, that right. Exactly. Dick's the Rand Paul voter.
That is why I always order for women when I go out. I want to keep things moving.
There we go.
Turns them on. It does. It totally does.
Absolutely does.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Listen,
They want to take charge, guys.
Oh, yeah. Especially when it comes to what goes in their mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
and in their butts eventually.
Oh, man. Gross. All right, I just want to end on this one last point.
No, wait, let's talk more about that.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, let's not talk about.
You have one more parenting advice for people?
This is from a website called ScaryMommy.com, and it's a website that has like a top 10 list of this annoying parental advice they get. Here's some things that they've actually heard. Sleep when the baby sleeps. And then the lady said, oh, so my baby sleeps when I'm riding around in the car. Any other suggestions? She said, here's another one. It says, breast milk is literally liquid gold. Oh, you're right. Thank you, kind stranger. That doesn't sound like an overstatement at all. The other one is, does the baby have a jacket in case it gets cold? No, this suitcase is filled to the brim with only my parenting insecurities and tissue paper. And then this one I really liked. It said, I just let my baby tell me when he or she is hungry. Great. So you didn't feed them till they're 18 months old. Smart. A real money saver.
You know what,
What side
Maddox,
is this?
you would make a really good single mom.
I don't need parental advice from you, Dick Masterson.
Yeah, because you're full of it. You can't stop giving it.
I'm not claiming I know what's best for a kid. I don't know shit about shit, Dick. You don't know. What do you know? You don't know anything. You don't even understand dogs. You are trying to tell a guy what is and isn't a good way to discipline a kid when you don't fucking have one. I'm not doing that. I don't give a shit how you discipline your kid as long as it doesn't affect me.
Where's the shirt? Where's the t-shirt? Where's the t-shirt?
That's satire. That's obviously satire. I'm not telling people to go abuse their kids.
You believe this. It's satire, but you believe the kernel of this. You
The
believe
kernel.
that kids should be punished. You believe that you should be honest with children when they're not doing something amazing. You believe in honesty towards children. True or false?
But that's my own personal beliefs that I would govern my kids with if I ever had it. If I was ever unfortunate enough to have kids, that's how I would govern them.
Imagine how the kids would feel.
I want to give both of you a baby and see which one dies first.
Yes!
Like you're both so bad at this, and you're yelling about how much worse the other one is.
Serious, you're on. We're gonna get a baby in here. We're gonna get two babies.
My sister's about to have a kid.
Oh, twins would be perfect. I have a friend who has twins.
Exactly.
She would sacrifice her kids for the show, for a podcast.
So is this game now which one of us can poison a little baby faster?
No, the longer, whichever baby survives.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to kill his first.
Oh,
well, if he's not a good dad, then that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
a good dad
exactly.
stops their baby from being poisoned back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry antidotes with me everywhere I go.
Antidotes. Like Batman, the Maddox utility belt.
Oh man, I'm gonna mix it in my baby's food no matter what. Every single meal. Every single meal. That way, why wouldn't you?
The only way to be sure is if you breastfeed him yourself.
No, I'm gonna get milk, a hot milk.
Are you done?
We're all nodding in agreement.
How do you think that would be a good problem? That's all you do is parenting advice.
No, it's...
God damn it!
Dick, again, I drew the line in the sand. If it affects me, right, like leaning skyscrapers next to each other, because that's what happens. Of course it does.
That's like that could be anything.
That's the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
You literally anything that could be it.
No. Do you guys like what's on TV right now? Do you like the state of the cable industry? No, because it's all dog shit. Because
Was that a question, or are you just
It's a
answering
rhetorical
it for
question.
us?
I know you don't. It's a rhetorical question. Because this generation, the past generation of hippies that raised us, right? They told us, oh, you know, you're doing good enough. That's a good job. And then we didn't try hard enough, and that's why we got shit on TV. I turn it on, I'm fucking bored, and I blame shitty parents. That's what affects me.
I don't know, man. I feel like throughout my whole life, I've always just kind of liked 3 or 4 shows that are on. Is that not accurate? Like, even way back when I was a kid, I probably liked 3 or 4 shows.
Is that why literally every single movie that's coming out in Hollywood is a remake of something from our childhood? Because nothing new that's worthy is getting made anymore?
Guardians of the Galaxy was new.
No, it's not. It's based on a fucking old property. That comic came from like the 60s, and they changed the entire origin story for fucking Peter Quill.
But Die Hard was based on a book that was written way before. It's all based on something.
No, not all. You gave one cherry-picked example.
Well, pick another one. What's a completely original movie that was when we were a kid? Like, what is it? Like, I just don't think anything's completely original. I think that we have perspective now as adults that we didn't have as kids, so things seem stupid and more predictable. But, like, if you watch things you loved as a kid, like, I mean, this is sacrilegious, but DuckTales, it's just, there's gigantic holes in it. It's just not as good. Because you can't get out of your adult mindset. That's all I'm saying.
Well, DuckTales is also based on, like, those comics from the 30s, you know, the Adventures of Scrooge McDuck. Like, yeah, I never watched Goonies as a kid, and I tried to watch it a couple of years ago, and I was like, this is the worst movie I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
My goddamn life.
Yeah.
I tried to read Catcher in the Rye as, like, a 26-year-old, and I was like, this whiny little bitch needs to shut the hell up. Like, this what was it, Holden Caulfield, whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy sucks. You know, well, when you're a kid, you think I watched Saved by the Bell as a kid. I was stupid. Kids are stupid.
Kids are stupid, but the reason that we don't see any new stuff in movies anymore, it's all Smurfs and Garfield and, what are they doing? New Scooby-Doo.
It's all
They're making
Smurfs
movies.
and Garfield.
That's all it is. Transformers, Ninja Turtles.
No,
There's
it's all
nothing
Smurfs
new.
and Garfield. That's the line.
That's what's coming out. You know they're making a
I
live
don't think we're
action.
going to top that. I think we should move on here.
Great.
Bro.
Whatever. Fucking shit all over. I bring in this well-researched problem again. You guys don't understand.
But you
What's your
just
problem?
violated it the entire time. My problem is, all right, high school prom.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I got an
Great.
email from a kid by the name of Jay Evans. Hello, Dick. I'm a big fan of the podcast, and I need advice, of which you're the most qualified to give. Oh, all right. Probably something about lying or something about cheating on something. You see, I'm a high school junior, and my prom is just around the corner, having already spent $150 on my ticket, parentheses, I'm an idiot. Can you believe that? $150. How much was it when you went? Did you go to prom?
Yeah, it was like $40 or something.
See, mine was
Wasn't that
$180.
much? Oh my, really?
And that was in like 1998, 1997,
Jesus
1998. Did you go?
No, I watched porn with some friends, and I pushed my friend's van up a hill.
What? Why?
we
Was that like a float? Were you guys having a little parade? What do you mean?
No, there's this girl in high school I was kind of crushing on, so I thought prom day came, and I didn't really have a date or anything, because girls asked me out, and I didn't realize what they were asking me out for, so I blew it. Anyway,
Hey, wait, how did that happen? What was that?
Yeah, it's a long story. Basically, I was an idiot. So this girl who I was kind of crushing on, I thought, you know what? It's prom night. She's probably pretty lonely. I'll give her a call and see if she wants to go out, go hang out. I call her. Her brother answers, and he goes, yeah, she's at prom. I'm like, oh. And then I later found out that she went to prom with like the biggest jock in the school, like the prom king. I'm like, oh, I guess she's a lot hotter than I thought. I guess everyone was after her. I don't even fucking know. I barely even saw her at school. Anyway, man, so my friends and I decided to ruin everyone else's fun. So we got in his van, drove up to this makeout peak where we knew all the prom kids were making out in their cars. We're looking for like steamy windows and stuff. And we were just like flashing our brights on their cars. Well, that was the plan. On the way up there, the van broke down, and we were stuck on a hill. And so we all had to get out and just push it up this hill. And we got to the top, and we're all panting and heaving, and the car wouldn't start. So we had to roll it back down the hill just to get the engine started. And then we went home and watched Mystery Science Theater and porn, I think.
You pieces of shit.
That's the most Maddox-y thing I've ever heard. You wanted to ruin everyone else's prom because you didn't realize a girl was asking you. It's like bags of sand beats like bags of poison. It's the Pitch Perfect. It's like the perfect 50th episode story.
fucking piece of shit. And I love that you're all huffing and out of. It's 4 dudes at a makeout spot, huffing and puffing and getting out of some kind of gay orgy van.
We were what, like 18, 17 years old? How old are you when you're prom?
Barely
17, a bunch
legal.
of 17-year-old kids pushing this giant fucking iron van, which weighed as much as the fucking Titanic. This piece of shit. My friend's van, I hate that fucking thing. We used to kick it. We used to go up to his house when he wasn't even home, and we just kick his van because it's such a piece of shit. And sometimes we'd call him like, hey man, look out the window. We'd be peeing on his van. He goes, hey guys, stop peeing on the van. We said, no.
And you guys
Did you
didn't
grow
have
up
prom
in
dates?
Napoleon Dynamite? Where did you grow up?
Utah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Very similar to Napoleon Dynamite.
So Jay Evans says, before securing a date, he buys a ticket. I still fully intend to go. The problem is I don't have a date yet, and probably still won't by the time prom rolls around. Being the type of guy you are, I'll bet you leave avenues with girls more often than you arrive with them, which is good. But because I'll probably end up showing up for a good night without a date like a jackass, I'm asking you to put yourself in my shoes. What's the strategy to snag a date at the dance? Gratefully yours, Sleepy in Sarasota.
You should definitely still go to the prom because someone is gonna blow up at their boyfriend. Like some girl's gonna run off crying.
Sneaky
And you
Greek.
can
Sneaky
exactly,
Greek.
and you can just slide in there and be the shoulder to cry on. And of course that girl's gonna want to get laid on prom night. It's prom
magical.
night. Exactly. You
Oh.
can't not get. It's an automatic. It's prom night and Halloween. They're the 2 automatics for sex. You gotta go to this prom, Jay.
Does anyone who's not a virgin get laid on prom night? Like,
Wait, say that again?
Wait, does anyone who's
a virgin.
who's a virgin get laid on prom night? Like
No.
people, yeah,
It's a
nobody
myth.
gets laid.
It's a
Nobody,
myth. It's
yeah.
a marketing
Alright.
myth like
Okay.
Vegas.
It
All
is.
of the Vegas ads say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas because nothing fucking happens in
Yep.
Vegas. It is not
You
just
jerk off in your hotel room
Uh-huh.
in Vegas and it stays in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's exactly my problem with prom. It has this mythos, like it's like, we're all gonna get fucking laid tonight because these chicks are all tuned up to bang, when it's the fucking opposite. Nobody gets
No.
laid at prom.
No.
It costs the average family spends $1,000
Oh my
on prom.
God.
That's
When
insane.
it is sanctioned, fun. It is a fake wedding. It is
Yep.
like a pretend wedding
Yep.
where nobody's getting married. The marriage is between fun and death, because it is the death of fun to go to a stupid to a place that is a conference center during the day, a place where men in suits go when they want to die. That's where you're going to celebrate this stupid dance at like some Biltmore or Hilton conference center down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the venue of this prom.
It is also the perfect illustration of what some dipshit kid thinks his idea of a fancy dinner is, which is always Spaghetti Factory.
I'll tell you, yeah. I'll tell you who it is, who I blame for this. The fucking baby boomers. And I'm gonna bring them in. I'm gonna bring them in as a problem at some point. But everything we experience in our lives as Generation X and like the millennial generation is some kind of watered down, safety first, horseshit, nostalgia generated reenactment of something they did hit. And they are the ones that trained us to do this. That's why the prom is like this must do. It's an important night of your high school life. I mean, it actually is jack shit and horrible and costs you $1,000.
Yeah.
Chicks are treating this like a fucking wedding.
Right.
This is a pseudo wedding where you go and pretend to be a married couple.
Yeah, it's awful. It is a template for ruining your life, because that's what you're supposed to do 4 or 5 years from now when you're 25 and you drop out of college. But the only people who are having sex at prom are people who are already having sex before
Yep.
prom. Those are the people who are cool, the cool kids in school, right? They're having unprotected sex and dumb.
Well, let's
But they're cool.
not go crazy. Unprotected sex is pretty much the only thing worth doing in life. Having unprotected sex is the top. Nothing else is as good as having unprotected sex.
Dick, I got a line for you. I saw this on the internet. and
Not even a line is as good as, not even a line is as good as having unprotected
Not one of
sex.
those. I saw this line on the internet on a meme, and I thought it was so funny that I'm going to use it in real life. The meme was it's something like, if she don't raw dog, I go, nah, dog. And so, so it's worked every single time.
One?
Yeah. 100.
That's 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Here, let me tell you something about being fancy and being a grown-up, because that's what they pitch prom as, right? It's a fancy adult wonderland where you're going to experience adult. You don't take a fucking bus to a fancy party.
What if it's a party bus, Dick?
It's not a party bus. It's not a party bus when a 70-year-old woman is walking up and down the aisle making sure nobody's taking slugs out of a flask.
Yeah, man, prom sucks and you're a sucker for going to it. You should drive up to makeout point and flash your brights on people who are making out.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
I will do that. In fact, that's what we're all doing tonight.
Is tonight prom night? Let's find out. I crashed
That's why I brought
prom.
it in. Because his prom is tonight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
So we get his advice just in time.
Well, I sent him some tips before. I was like, learn how to dance. Don't be afraid of dancing because guys your age will not dance because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Okay,
Except
Mr. King of cock blocking on prom night.
Except for breakdancing, which pirates and lumberjacks would agree is cool. That's the only type of dancing. I
Just learn how to step back and forth. That's all I'm saying.
Here's another thing. Here's another pathetic thing. My friend and I one time, instead of going to I think another high school dance or something was going on, we went to Blockbuster Video and rented how-to breakdance video. And sat in his parents' basement watching this breakdance video on how to pop and lock and
This is literally Napoleon Dynamite. Your life is Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I really resonated with Napoleon Dynamite. I thought it was a good movie.
Don't get a tux, wear a suit. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to talk about promposals?
Oh, what's a promposal?
Promposals are, it's like now you not only have to, buy the dress, spend $1,000, you need to be asked to the prom in a special way.
No. Fuck
Yes,
no.
it's called a promposal. You need to be asked with fireworks to spell out your name. You need to be asked with a lip dub video that's uploaded, with all her friends in it. You need to show up outside her house with a boombox and her family's there. You got to have a promposal. It sucks because you're right. You don't get laid on prom night unless you're already getting laid. You have to put all this work in, and then it's fucking nothing.
It's a pretend marriage.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a pretend marriage.
Yeah, at least on your wedding night you get laid, and all your friends are there. There's an open bar. Oh, it's probably so depressing. God damn it.
What parents, your odds are so stacked against you. You have 4 people with a vested interest in making sure you don't get laid that night. Your parents and their parents and 5 actually.
I don't know. I think my dad, I think your dad, if you're the guy, is gunning for you. Maybe. Oh, come on.
Depends. I want to check this chick out.
I don't want to give parenting advice, but I will be gunning for that dude to get his dick wet. You know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about.
Dick, of course, that's why you give shit parenting
Joe,
advice.
what are you talking about when you say get your dick wet? Oh, that's so vague and obtuse. What could that mean? Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
The worst time to get laid in your life is in high school because you're
What?
First of
I
all,
don't know
okay. Well, first of
It's
all,
the worst time to have a baby.
it is,
That's
and you're way
actually-
more likely to.
I will disagree with that because your body, if you're a chick, your body will bounce back like a fucking Super Ball if you have a baby when you're young.
That's
like
a very dick bastard.
It's not about
that's
it's not about your
absolutely
body,
true.
dumb shit. What are they gonna do the rest of their lives?
Everything's about their body. Every single fucking thing in the world is about a woman's body. What do you think it's about? The Oculus Rift?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought this up. I'm sorry I tried to make a point here. No, it's not about their body. First of all, the sex in high school is awful.
What?
Yeah, it's the worst.
Who are
It's
you
just a
fucking?
bunch of inexperienced nobodies sitting there bumping uglies, trying to figure it out. Not putting on a condom for the first time. Forget it. Get out of here. Learn how to have sex. The best sex you have in your life comes later, my friends. I'm sorry to disappoint all you fucking cool kids having sex in prom and all the cool high school kids.
All the
Your
kids
sex
that aren't
sucks.
pushing a van to the top of a hill.
This is what people who didn't go to prom actually believe.
Yeah. No,
Sex as a teenager is the best, man.
Close.
It never gets better than that. If you're a teenager, do anything you fucking can to get laid. That is as good as it gets,
no,
man.
it's not.
Oh.
No, it's not.
You're crazy.
It's
It never gets better than that.
You know what it is? It's like an unripened banana. You bite into it, it's a little bit too tart, it's a little bit too bitter, and you sit there and you wish, this banana would be pretty good if I left it on the shelf a couple more weeks. That's what high school sex is like. Garbage.
Well, I totally disagree. I think it's like watching Goonies. You got to watch it when you're young. Because when you're older, you see the special effects. You see the
There's so many
flaws.
flaws. Ugh.
Well, you just made my point for me, Dick. You're deluding yourself with shit Goonies when you're young, and then when you get older, you realize, that wasn't so good.
The magic doesn't work anymore. It's not the same.
Yes,
I'd rather have another drink than get laid sometimes.
I'm sorry, I'd rather have sex with women. I think that it's way hotter to have sex with women than adolescents.
You guys both agree about this prom problem, too. You're just looking for these weird, divisive wedge moments. You're both on the same page.
No, we're not. No.
We're not ready.
We're not on the same page. No, where it matters, we're not on the same page.
All right, getting laid as a teenager. You wouldn't want to get laid as a teenager, really?
Of course I would. I'm not saying I
Well,
wouldn't.
that's the thing. That's all I think you're saying.
More than as an adult?
Would I want to get laid more as a teenager?
If you could be 17 right now and be banging a 17-year-old girlfriend,
right?
Or what are you, 43? Right?
Go on, asshole.
And banging like a 52-year-old woman. I don't know. What are you into?
I just burst into anger sweats. I'm so mad right now. Like for real.
I don't care. That
Feel
was all
on my
set
body. It's like waves. You get the ripples in a pond. It's just like hitting my forehead, and then it goes back down to my balls, and it comes back to my forehead. Go on. What's your shit?
It was just a setup for that insult.
Right. No, Dick, I would rather. First of all, 17-year-olds are way too emotional. They're way too attached. It's just the drama that you have to deal with after the fact is just not worth it. Dick,
I found that to be the case now, growing up, because girls want to know now where you're at.
That's 100% on you, buddy. You're a shit communicator. That's why.
What do you mean? Why? Why am I a shit communicator?
Well, when you go into one of these arrangements, right, with another adult,
you can say it straight. I don't care.
Right.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say about that.
Because you have set up expectations and you don't deliver on those expectations, and so things fall apart.
What kind of expectations are you talking about?
With a woman?
Setting up, yeah.
Well, for example, if you're going to have sex with a woman, don't lead her on that you're going to begin a relationship with her if you don't intend to.
But it makes the sex better.
That it is.
It makes the blowjobs way better. It makes them exist, and it makes the sex way better.
It's dishonest. That's why you have drama as an adult. That's why you're dealing with the drama as an adult. Whereas as a kid,
so I don't call that a poor communicator, though.
Yeah, it's lying. I would put under the umbrella of poor communication.
Poor. I don't know.
Are you lying, or are you just omitting certain? Are you just kind of leaving some things hang out there?
That's a lie.
You're not saying certain. Hey, there's a lie and not telling the truth are not the same thing. Dick is right. If you're not in a relationship, but the girl thinks you're heading there, the sex is going to be better and crazier.
Yeah. So why would you not do it?
Coming from the sneaky Greek.
That's all I'm saying. Those girls go so much farther because they're trying to get you, and because you don't want
they feel safe.
They want to go farther and farther.
They feel safe with you.
Don't you feel like you're selling someone a lemon? Huh? Don't you feel like you're selling...
but you get to drink the lemonade. Don't you get it? That's sweet, sweet, delicious lemonade. What would you rather drink, lemonade or lemon-flavored Kool-Aid?
I give them the Kool-Aid. No. Listen to this. Here's my whole angle. I don't mislead. I tell people straight up, here's what's going to happen. Because if you do...
what's going to happen?
They're on a one...
You're going to be very disappointed.
They got a one-way ticket to Pleasure Town, buddy. And I'm the conductor. So
you're going to be on a mattress that I saved $50 on. But with this promo code, if you're interested, and if you find your experience pleasurable...
Thank you for supporting us, Casper. So they ride on my train, right? To Pleasure Town.
Oh, God.
But before they get on, before they even get that ticket in their hand, and they're anxious for that ticket, they want that ticket to Pleasure Town. I say, listen, here's what it's going to be. This is the last stop. There's no more stops on this train to Pleasure Town. And then they understand at the end of that train, if I get off of that stop, that's it. There's no more ride. But there's no drama. That's how I avoid it. Because I'm honest. I tell them, this is what it is.
Your sex must be so lousy without mind games. Mind games is like 95% of the sex for me.
Why is that gross? Because I'm not a fucking Jedi. I just want to get in, get out, and get on with my life.
Jedis are pretty cool, man.
I am a sex Jedi.
You know, when I think cool, I think Star Wars. The coolest people I know are really into Star Wars.
Lightsabers are cool, man. Lightsabers are cool. They're laser swords.
By the way, I gotta plug something mysterious he's done. He has this General Akbar snack bar.
Admiral Akbar.
Admiral.
Thank you.
You nerd.
He has a name.
He has this funny sketch he's done online. It's gone viral. It's Admiral Snack Bar. And it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It totally deserves to be seen. Look this up on YouTube. He does this concession stand routine as Admiral Akbar, right?
If you Google Admiral Akbar snack bar,
Yeah.
Yeah, I made 9 crazy Star Wars comedy sketches. I think it's youtube.com/hysteria, so you can see them.
They've gone viral, right?
They were on the Huffington Post. Playboy wrote about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen them. You've probably seen these, and you didn't even know our very own Boisterous Coconuts did those sketches. Very funny stuff. Yeah. Anyway, is that all you got?
Well, I got one more piece of advice. If you want to smuggle booze into your prom, put it in a Ziploc bag, some vodka, and tape it to your belt area on your stomach.
That is good advice.
So they won't
Great
frisk
idea.
you.
Yeah.
And they will find a flask. They
Well,
will
yeah.
find, because it changes the way your slacks move. If you're not used to wearing thin, tuxedo pants, it's easy to spot a flask. But definitely pop that Ziploc under your belt or something like that.
You also want to try to smuggle alcohol in your stomach 5 minutes before you walk into the prom.
Smart.
Another good advice. More
You
good advice.
chug as much as you can, because it's going to take 10 minutes to take effect. You walk through the doors, you're fine, you get in your shit face. It's great.
So then you're going to have the people who are already having sex are going to have sloppy, inexperienced sex by people who are sloppy and inexperienced at drinking. Great. Sounds like
How
a
do you
perfect
get
recipe.
experienced at sex if you don't have sloppy, inexperienced sex? If a 30-year-old guy who did not have sex as a teenager has sex for the first time, it's going to be weird, inexperienced sex.
Well,
How do
yeah.
you get experience?
Well, you get experience in high school, and that's
Well, that's the thing, exactly.
But it's not
So you
good.
don't want to give up those precious golden years.
This is not World of Warcraft. You're not grinding for experience points.
Oh, I
for
know.
sex.
I am literally grinding for
It's the
experience.
best way to grind.
Jerking off on your Casper mattress does not make you better in bed. It's not about having experience, it's about being in the moment that you might never get back.
Whoa, sagely advice from Dick Masterson. Sounds like he's advising everybody, a no-time parent, giving us parental advice.
I'm giving sex advice now.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's go over our problems. You first.
All right, my
shifty
problem
fuck.
is unexpected guests.
Alright.
Yeah. Shifty Sean knew about this, by the way. So Shifty Sean and Sneaky Greek, these two guys...
That's our new cop show, Shifty Sean and Sneaky Greek.
Boisterous. Okay, so your problem was?
My problem was unexpected guests,
Unexpected
which is
guests.
clearly pissing some people. It sounds like a pretty big problem.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off now. Now that the fun of this episode is worn off, I'm really fucking pissed off.
And my problem was first-time child experts, or maybe just child experts, or no-time child experts, in your case, Dick.
Or just go vote up Maddox. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Same
yeah,
problem.
sure, apparently. Because people can't figure out satire. Maybe I need a satire tag on that failed parent t-shirt.
I don't know. My problem is high school prom.
And last time we plugged your
The Mega Man
20-something
book.
Mega Man villains, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a sequel coming out. It's called Enemies of 20-something Mega Man 2.
Oh.
And just for this week, the people who are listening to this podcast, you can pick up a copy for $1 at devastatorpress.com/Mega-Man 2.
We'll link to that on the website.
Oh, I would appreciate
Yeah,
that.
do you have any samples for
Yeah,
that?
exactly. For example, dresses his baby up for attention man is in this book.
Oh, I know that guy. They've always put their baby in a little fedora, little douchebag glasses.
Oh, with those little red shoes and those little bow ties, it's the worst.
The little beats, their $300 headphones for those little fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Vapes at inappropriate times, man. Won't stop talking about his rescue dog, man.
Oh, the worst.
Underpays on split checks, man. All of the worst villains that you've run into in your 20s, you can pick it up. You go to devastatorpress.com/Mega-Man 2. Just for this week, just for the listeners, just for $1.
$1? Fuck you if you don't buy it. How's that for a sales pitch?
That's awesome.
Maybe we should use that for Casper too. Anyway, thank you, Sirius, for flying in and surprising us, and Shifty Sean for keeping the lid on this and let us piss away 2 hours of this horseshit setting up.
See you
See you
next
next
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hi guys, this is Lucy from Sydney, Australia. I just want to say we're a huge fan of the show and I want to say we're all my friends. The only problem that I have, and I know this is going to sound stupid, but Sean, what does he look like? I haven't done a lot of online stalking, but
Which means she
I
has.
don't have a clue what he looks like, and it's kind of agitating because, I don't know, we're just intrigued, I guess. So, please post a photo of him on your site. I'll just personally email him.
He sounds
Alright, thanks guys, keep up the good work. Thanks, bye.
Sean, my iPad is slippery after playing that voicemail.
Bro,
can you believe how turned on that chick is? Oh my god.
What do I look like?
Okay, you know what? Let's leave that to the. We posted a photo a long time ago. It was kind of like a little, it was a drive-by photo of you, Sean.
When I was opening my Butterfingers.
You
I
look
got
like
for Christmas, shortly after I did something.
You look like Richard Gere meets Donald Sutherland, I think.
That's a weird process. Do you know who I get?
Who?
I've gotten really some weird people I don't even think look alike. I've gotten Richard Gere. I've gotten Edward Norton. I've gotten Patrick Dempsey. And this is the funniest one, and actually I think maybe the most accurate. I've gotten a young Alan Thicke.
Oh, yeah, you do kind of look like his kid, too.
You know what, Dick, with the commemoration of our new fan art section, why don't we open this up to our fans? Why don't you illustrate what you think Sean looks like? Why don't you post it in the fan section?
I'm always a fat guy with sweatpants and a weed shirt.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
You do have kind of a fat voice. I don't know, I'm usually good at being able to pick out fatos by their voice, but you kind of sound, but you're not fat. You're not fat at all. That's
Thank
weird.
you.
That's weird, yeah. You're welcome.
I tried very
You're
hard
too
to
skinny,
stay in shape.
actually.
Yeah.
You need to put some fat on.
Let's go get some burgers, guys.
Hi, Maddox. You received a voicemail a few weeks ago from somebody claiming to be a pansexual. Well, they were an imposter. I'm a real pansexual. I only have sex with pans.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a 12-inch wood-handled Teflon-coated beauty that I have to get back to. Clean up, Maddox. Bye.
You believe that guy?
There's something going on with that guy. I don't know what. I don't know if he's a pansexual, but he's some kind of sexual that I'm not on board with.
Listen, Maddox, I smoke just about every day, and I'll tell you what, I'll kick the shit out of you with some Street Fighter, buddy. Name the game, the time, and the place. I'll be fucking there, bro.
You have to put this on Twitch.
You're on, fuckface. You're gonna
challenge
Street Fighter
that guy?
Alpha. Let's do it. You're on Street Fighter Alpha 2, not 3, not. I'll do 1, but Street Fighter Alpha 1 or 2. You're fucking on. You're going down hard. You're going down harder than Dick's Titanic bit went down.
I think it'll be back. After that retarded parenting problem you brought in.
Sorry, I didn't give enough good parenting advice, like Zero Child Dick Masterson, telling people how to raise their kids and how to discipline them.
You got a song?
Yeah, so this is sent in by Reverend Scott Dick. He sent in a very special song for us. He composed this himself, or I think he used a song from someone else. Hey, by the way, this Reverend Scott, it's the guy who on Twitter sent us these clips, Dick. You remember these?
You know what? Maybe I am a fucking idiot.
And
maybe I think I'm a lot smarter than I am. Yeah, I
you
remember
look
those
so
clips.
unamused. That is so that Reverend Scott is Reverend_Scott at Twitter. He sent in this song. Maybe you'll appreciate it. Maybe not. Let's see.
doubt it.
It's actually a voicemail. So here you go.
Hey there, Maddox and Dick. Ah, shit, hold on. Can't have you complaining about the quality of my phone call.
There we go. I forgot to turn off the Made in China button. Background music.
Whoa.
That's better. Hey guys, this is Reverend Scott. I've been listening since episode 1, and with the exception of a few clips of Dick that I sent into the show, I'm not sure why I haven't really given you any feedback before, Maddox.
I don't know. I honestly don't fucking know.
Although mostly it's because I've been too busy watching Sean's ass videos.
Sean's ass video is an amazing big deal.
Those are juicy.
These the
Anyway, I
Ministries
just
of
wanted
Christ.
to drop in and let you know that just because no one held you guys accountable for some of the things that you said in the past, doesn't mean it's not a bigger problem than AIDS.
What is your problem with AIDS?
See what I mean, Maddox? At least you don't say shit like that.
What is your problem with AIDS?
Whatever, just moving on. I just wanted to bring up a little Dick versus Dick action from episode 33 in regards to a broken toy truck Dick purchased.
I'm sitting there cursing myself, cursing my life, wondering who I can blame for this.
Yeah.
Trying to fix these shitty servos that are underneath the monster truck to get it working again, or to get it working on Christmas Day again. What do I fucking see on the bottom of this thing? Made in China.
Okay.
That's my problem. Made in China.
Okay, your problem is, what is it?
Made in China.
No, there's a fallacy
Made
here.
in fucking China. It's made in China. Shit that is made in China sucks.
No, not always.
Yeah.
A lot
Not
of stuff's made
always.
in
Get
China.
out of here. Not always. I do think that everything comes out of there that we get access to is garbage.
10 minutes later.
I mean, it's hard to make the case that, just in general, as a blanket statement, all products come from China are crap.
I'm not saying it's all.
Well,
I'm not saying it's all. Oh
The
my
Chinese-
fucking god. Somebody fucking kill me with a knife made in China.
Dick doesn't even know what the fuck he means.
Thanks for setting the record straight, Scott.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's no problem,
What?
guys.
I guess we
Well,
said
anyway,
that in an
congrats
episode.
on your 50th episode. That's a huge accomplishment. Mannix, I figured you would have strangled Dick to death during a Titanic clip by now. but
Almost. Me too.
Maybe you're saving that for the one-year show? Well, anyway, I'm getting out of here. Peace and love, guys.
I've been snacking on nuts all night. It's a big jerk off that you do in your mouth. Thank you, Reverend Scott.
Oh, he really was a reverend.
No, that's just his name.
That guy plays guitar in church. I know he does.
I think he collaborated with someone online for that. Happy 50th,
Is that
guys!
it?
Neil,
Happy
yeah.
50th!
Holy shit, Asterios! Welcome, buddy! What a
Thank
fucking
you.
good, sneaky little trick. John, he kept the lid on this thing.
Okay.